It is game day, baby. I am super excited for this game. Under the lights, Mays out. Wear your Mays. Don't be a schmuck wearing some gray sweatshirt or a blue Michigan t-shirt. If you want a Michigan win today, it's as simple as this. Type Go Blue in the comments. I'm going to go down there and type my Go Blue. And I'll tell you, why am I wearing this off-brand blue shirt? Crazy travel stories and things I'm dealing with. But we can solve all that with a win tonight. Michigan-Washington, 8 o'clock. In the big house under the lights. Type Go Blue down in the comments, and make sure if you're going to the game in about 9 or 10 hours from now, you are wearing Mays. It's the Michigan Football Report coming up right now. I'm your host, James Yoder. This show is presented by BetQL. I am a big sports gambler. I'm heading over to the sportsbooks momentarily in Las Vegas to put some cash down on college football and NFL games this weekend, and I'm going to dominate using BetQL. If you want to beat the books, BetQL is a phenomenal service. Use our link there, chatsports.com/MichiganQL. Code chat Michigan, 25% off their subscription services. It's super cheap. You will thank me later. You'll start winning with your bookie instead of throwing your money down the tube. Hunter King leads our show today. Second of 2 mailbags we're doing this week. Thought I'd put on an extra video Saturday morning because the game's not till 8 o'clock. So you got to do something between waking up and getting there. I'm looking a little disheveled. We flew private to Vegas this morning, as always, but had a little bit of a hiccup getting the airport set. Couldn't change. We had to rush to the hotel, and the hotel we're staying at, lucky enough, they had a little media room, tossed a green screen, a little camera, bringing the show to you. But normally I'd be decked out in my Michigan game day gear. I'll put that on shortly. Hunter King says, who gets to start this week at QB1? McCarthy can throw the ball on a rope, but McNamara was solid all around. I mean, look, folks, it's got to be Cade. You cannot, under any circumstance, after what this team went through last year, 2-4 season, that looked just absolutely disastrous, come in and say, oh, we're just going to put more uncertainty in this team by starting Cade McNamara game 1, J.J. McCarthy game 2. J.J. McCarthy looked good for one pass. His other passes were a little bit, 4 of 6, but had a couple mistakes, a fumble, was rifling the ball from like 10 yards away sometime. He's still a freshman. If he is able to play at the highest ability in scrub time or when he gets his chances and Cade McNamara struggles, maybe over the next 2 weeks, Northern Illinois, Rutgers going to that Wisconsin game, maybe you give him a couple series early on in the game, see what he has. But a Washington night game, second game of the year. Michigan wins this one. If they look good, they'll be in the top 25 next week. And with Wisconsin looking shaky, losing to Penn State, maybe you can start off the year 5-0 and get the ball rolling until the schedule gets really tough. Those last 5 of the games of the year for Michigan, very, very difficult. But I'll ask you guys, what do I know? I'm just a lowly Michigan football civil servant. I serve you as the viewing audience, the Michigan fan. Who do you think should start tonight versus Washington? It's pretty simple. Type in, thought it may be easy for J.J. If you like a J.J. McCarthy, type his first 2 initials, J.J. If you think it's Cade McNamara, go down and type Cade McNamara. I'll actually pin this comment. I know I asked you to type Go Blue, but you guys know what to do there. I'll pin this comment down below in the video. So if you get hit with the YouTube ad break now, expect that. While it's playing, go down, comment CM or JJ. Want to get a pulse of the Michigan football crowd. And while you're down there, scroll past that little gray button that says subscribe. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and please do subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Michigan TV. We'll have a video out late night tonight. After the game, we'll put our instant reaction, tell you what we found out, news, rumors, hopefully in a winning fashion. And frankly, Michigan wins. I'm shotgunning the beer on the, maybe I'll take a couple shots live on camera. We'll be filming from a casino later on tonight. Ed Edginton, does J.J. play more 4 games and burn his redshirt year? And will he be happy starting for 2 years? Will he be the next in line to hit the portal? Look, I don't think J.J. McCarthy's going to hit the portal as long as he feels he's getting the opportunity to compete. I think, like anything in life, you know if someone's better than you usually at something if you guys are participating in it every day. It's not too obvious. So if he thinks for some reason Jim Harbaugh isn't playing him because of seniority or something like that, then I could see him maybe get disgruntled. Maybe not this year, maybe going into next season. But with as long as he's been committed to this program, 2.5 years, he committed May of 2019. He's been in this program in some capacity for 2.5 years. Committed as a sophomore. I don't think he's going to quit 2 games, transfer 2 games into his college career. Hell, even 1 season into his college career. Cade McNamara is eligible for the pros after this season. He won't go pro, but I don't think he's going to be here for 5 or 6 years. He could stay for 6 with the COVID year not counting. I bet Cade McNamara will be the starter this year. Likely next year if he has success, then would probably leave to maybe go into the NFL after 4 years if he can get drafted in the first 4 or 5 rounds of the draft. All right, I told you about BetQL at the beginning of the show. Want to tell you a little bit more about them as they are a presenting sponsor. It is a phenomenal service. They use all kinds of analytics and predictive tools to basically give you the picks that they think are going to win with as much certainty as they can. And I did it last week. I used them to say 6 college football games, went 5-1, right? I went 5-2 in the weekend. First one I didn't pick, I didn't even use their service. I lost that one. Look at some pretty big time picks, right? 25% off their service with our promo code ChatMichigan when you sign up for a subscription. If you want just college football, $14.99 a month, get 25% off that. College football, NFL, $19.99 a month, 25% off that. You get down to the $15 price. It is terrific. You can go in there. I'm going to give you guys a little insight. You're betting college or betting NFL this week. They got the Giants +3, 5-star pick to cover that spread. They got the Dolphins +3, 5-star pick to cover that spread. Pretty nice. I'm looking at the app right now, giving you guys a little bit of insight because I'm heading over to the sports books. Let me tell you what, and betting some money. So college football, no 5-stars I'm seeing yet, but you probably will have that as we get closer to some kickoffs here. South Carolina -2. They said it's a 3-star pick. It's one of the better ones on there. So BetQL, chatsports.com/MichiganQL is the URL to get that deal. Type in promo code ChatMichigan when you sign up for the service. Look, if you sign up for the service, you don't like it, tweet me. I'll refund your money on Venmo, 1-month service, okay? Believe me, you'll like it. You will win. You'll stop losing to your bookie. BetQL, chatsports.com/MichiganQL. Matt Badish, longtime follower on Twitter. He's one of these guys, Jackie. He followed me a long time. He replies to my comments, and all of a sudden I see him follow me a couple days ago again after this thing. I'm like, did he unfollow me and then follow me back? That's kind of a weird thing to do. So if I see you unfollow me again, Matt, it's going to be one of these. When will Michigan actually win another outright Big Ten title? And I got Jack producing. He is a movie buff, so we're going to go to the movies in this one. It's the old lady on the boat in Titanic. It's been 84 years. It's been 17 years, right? I mean, Michigan's been right there for a lot of years. Had some down years of Rich Rod, some Hoke years. Harbaugh was right there in 16, was right there in 18. We just couldn't get done against Ohio State. So it's been 17 years. 2004, Michigan was, I believe, actually a split title, if I recall correctly. Outright title in 2003. Rose Bowl back-to-back years. I don't know, man. It's certainly going to not be at expense. Ohio State's not going to stop doing what they're doing unless something dramatic happens. So I also ask you guys. I have no idea what the answer is. When will Michigan win the Big Ten? Go down in the comments. Just type the year. Let me know what year you think this program will get over the hump. Break. I mean, imagine if you're like in 1992 and you're like, we haven't won a Big Ten title since 1975. It's almost mind-boggling at this point. But I give the Michigan fan base credit. They're as engaged and as excited as ever, filling up that stadium. It's going to be 114,000 tonight under the lights. And that's why it's historically 140 years the best program in college football. One more time, predict the score. Offered this on a bunch of shows this week. So go in the comments. Predict the score. Who's going to win? Give me, Michigan 35-10. Washington. If you say Washington, you're a bum. You got to tell me which team. You got to tell me the score. Got to get in before kickoff tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, and no editing. If you edit, automatic disqualification because we know you are a cheater. Slim Snack asked me on Twitter. He says, do you see anything from Michigan's offense or defense that gives you hope of beating Ohio State this year? I think if Michigan will beat Ohio State this year, it's more based on what Ohio State does. I think their offense would have to really struggle, and their defense would have to continue to struggle, because I don't think they played very well against Minnesota. Here's what Michigan did against Western. That's big. 549 yards. Probably would have got 625, 650 if they would have left the starters in a little longer. I mean, J.J. McCarthy came in, the second or third drive in the second half. 549 yards, 216 passing. Including that J.J. McCarthy amazing touchdown pass to Dalen Baldwin, 333 yards of offense on the ground, and then 47 yards of 47 points is what they put up. And if the numbers continue like this, if they put up these numbers against Washington tonight, I will start drinking the Kool-Aid that say this team has a chance to beat Ohio State, put something special together. I like what I saw of Jim Harbaugh. He had a little bit of fire in his eyes on the sideline, lost 30 pounds. We'll see what happens, but I think Ohio State has to take a step back if Michigan's going to have any chance to beat them this year. But if you want to beat your bookie, use BetQL, as I said earlier in the show, and I want to make sure you guys know about this other deal they have going on if you're in the state of Michigan. use that URL down there. Get going with BetMGM. It's their BetQL's partner. It's not our partner, but this is a great deal for you guys. So listen up here. chatsports.com/MichiganMGM. You drop on the link. It'll redirect you to the sign-up page for MGM and BetQL's deal. You make a $10 deposit with BetMGM app in the state of Michigan. And when you make your first bet of $10 or more, so it's just a $10 risk, you get an entire year of BetQL's subscription service free, $15 for the monthly service for one sport, a year for free, 15 times 12, Jeff, do the math, 150, carry the two, it's like $170 free for a $10 bet. So chatsports.com/MichiganMGM, put $10 down for BetMGM, and no matter what, you have a free year service with BetQL. You're going to know every game to bet every single weekend, college football, NFL, add that package. Don't miss out. This deal is limited time, so go down chatsports.com/MichiganMGM. I will put it in the comments and the description as well. JT has the next question. Why can't we run crossing routes like all the other schools that kill us on it? I asked myself the same. I saw some nice things out of Josh Gattis' offense last week, but it was mostly to the running backs out of the backfield, like that Blake Corum catch or the Ronnie Bell had a couple nice plays, but he won't be playing. And then the wide receivers are mostly involved in the running game, right? You had a couple end arounds that went for long plays with A.J. Henning and with Robin Wilson. So I don't know the answer. I hope we see it more. Josh Gattis' offense has been woefully disappointing after 2 seasons in Ann Arbor, now in his second game of his 3rd season. But just answer the question. Who do you want to model this offense to? You can't say Alabama. So don't say Alabama. Do not put Alabama in the comments. Let me know which offense you think, which college football team you think runs the best offense, most exciting offense. I probably would say Ohio State, but I'm not going to give them credit. So I would say Oklahoma has the best offense for what I like to watch other than Alabama in college football. Go down and comment. Will Morose, thoughts on Nolen Jackson coming to the game and the impact it could have? Folks, I cannot stress this enough, okay? I cannot stress this enough. This is a massive recruiting weekend. Toss up the big-name visitors, Jack, if you want at this point. We got tons of visitors, 20, 30, 40 kids on the campus, but these are the ones you got to worry about, right? Will Johnson being a committed 5-star player, top 15 player in the country, but the names at the top. Walter Nolen, out of the state of Tennessee, was Memphis, now is Knoxville, is going to high school in Knoxville with a coach that he knows, took over a program there, so he moved. And Domani Jackson, committed to USC. He got hurt in his game last weekend. I haven't really checked in on the severity if he's out for the season, but still coming to Michigan. Is on campus right now or is landing this morning. If you win this game, if you have the best atmosphere ever, it looks like a competent team on offense, competent team on defense. Folks, I think you can get both these players, at least one of them. It all comes down to the performance in the field and the performance of you, the fans. So it's a huge, 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 huge recruiting weekend. Outside of an Ohio State home game where Michigan could win, this game might have the most impact we've seen in several years, right? No fans last year, so definitely for several years. Michigan wins this game by several touchdowns, and it is one of those big house atmospheres that I know you know what I'm talking about, where it is just a fever pitch. We've got all kinds of rumors about the pom-poms they used to bring back in the 90s and 2000s, the Mays pom-poms making a return tonight. Really hope that's a true rumor. Everybody wearing Mays, an absolute apeshit crowd with the pom-poms and a victory against with Washington that you look very confident in offense, very confident in defense. Folks, I'm telling you, going to have a big boon in recruiting coming out of this weekend. And if any of those guys commit, I'll hopefully try and be one of the first guys on the internet to talk about it, tell you what it means to this class, everything. So go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It is at James Yoder. Folks, I'm in Vegas. I don't know what's going to happen today. If you're in Las Vegas right now, though, we're going to be here until Tuesday morning. Came out with some of our colleagues at Chat Sports, Raiders show, Raiders Monday Night Football Monday. We'll be doing shows today, this afternoon, Saturday before the Michigan game, and Sunday during the opening couple hours of the NFL season from, what's the place called? Sorry, for something social. Tom, what's the place called? Tailgate Social. Sorry about that. We're heading over there here in a few minutes. Tailgate Social, Palace Station Casino, north end of the strip off Sahara. Bunch of Raiders stuff going on there. So we will be broadcasting from Tailgate Social. It's a sports bar restaurant inside of Palace Station. So if you want to get at me, if you're in Vegas, that's where I'll be for the next 3 days until we fly back to Dallas. Private, of course, Tuesday morning after Raiders-Ravens Monday Night Football. See you guys tonight, late night after the game. So tune in, put those notifications on. You'll get a video from us here in about, 13, 14 hours from now. Go Blue.